This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say.
It's Friday, October 16. Hello and welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I am Alison Watson. Coming up in the news, Jamaica and Mexico sign new air service agreement. The National Advisory Council on Local Government Reform presents its final report to State Minister Robert Montague. And Jamaica's first publication of productivity indicators is out. Later, another in our series, School Zone. Stay with us. The news in detail after these wise words.
If you don't wear your seatbelt, this could happen to you. And the consequences could be disastrous. In an accident, the vehicle stops. Suddenly, you don't. Even at 30 miles per hour, your body will be thrown violently forward with a crash force of up to 10 times your weight. Always wear a seatbelt. Seatbelts save lives.
A message from Texaco, a world of energy, and the Road Safety Unit, Ministry of Transport and Works. Remember, road safety begins with you.
Now the news. Jamaica and Mexico have signed on to a new bilateral civil aviation agreement which will allow for improved air service between the two countries. It is intended to expand the air linkages between Jamaica and Mexico and in turn facilitate investment and tourism flows while providing the framework within which designated commercial carriers can operate. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Dr. Kenneth Baugh, and Mexico's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Patricia Espinosa Cantillano, signed the Air Services Agreement. The signing took place in Montego Bay yesterday during Jamaica's hosting of the meeting of Foreign Ministers of Latin America and the Caribbean, CALC, and the meeting of the Rio Group. Dr. Baugh points out that the air transport sector is a critical vehicle for economic growth and development, which he says makes this agreement of particular importance for both countries, adding that Jamaica intends to make full use of the limitless options it offers. For her part, Ambassador Espinosa Cantillano says this is an important step in the development of closer relations between the two countries. She says Mexico has an unwavering commitment to continue enhancing bilateral relations with Jamaica and to work closely together in the promotion of common goals. In the meantime, Jamaica was yesterday admitted as the 25th member of the prestigious Rio Group. CARICOM is usually represented by one of its member states, which currently is Jamaica. But with Thursday's approval, Jamaica is now a full-fledged member like its CARICOM colleagues, Belize, Guyana and Haiti. The National Advisory Council on Local Government Reform yesterday presented its final report to the State Minister with responsibility for the portfolio, Robert Montague. It was handed over to the Minister by NAC Chairman Professor Rex Nettleford, who says it is very important that the right institutional frameworks are set up to ensure the successful implementation of the recommendations made in the report. Minister Montague was also presented with the completed Councillor's Handbook produced by a committee formed in 2007 and the Amanda Software Management System. It was presented by the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce's Legs and Regs project to help local authorities track the development of the building permit process. The publications and equipment were presented during yesterday's official launch of Local Government Month being observed throughout November. In his remarks, Minister Montague urged councillors to lift the bar in terms of customer service. He meanwhile announced a program to establish farming plots at infirmaries.
Because I am of the view that the residents can be made to work as a means of rehabilitation and help to feed themselves. So we are making available up to $200,000, and each infirmary, each council will apply for that funding based on a program worked out with RADA.
Also speaking at the launch, Kingston's Mayor, His Worship Councillor Desmond Mackenzie, acknowledged that there are many challenges facing the local authorities. He, however, stressed that the need for local government reform and commitment to the very system of local government suffers no political divide. The Mayor says this is particularly so in the council he chairs, the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, the KSAC.
Collectively, as a council, we are for the reform, we are working for the reform, and I'd like to encourage all Jamaica to give local government the respect that it rightly and richly deserves.
Jamaica's first publication of productivity indicators is out. The report reveals that the country's labour productivity grew at an annual rate of 3.5% in the decades of the 60s, but recorded a progressive decline in subsequent years. State Minister for Labour and Social Security, Andrew Gallimore, offered an explanation for this unacceptable position as he addressed the launch of Productivity Awareness Week yesterday.
The position that we stand in is not a position that we came in overnight, but it clearly indicates to us that we've been paying attention and giving focus to the wrong things.
He says the government is seeking to change this position through the work of the Productivity Centre, which is currently working with several agencies to turn things around. In the meantime, he is urging companies to participate in activities to mark Productivity Awareness Week as a first step in the process to change the negative productivity statistics.
I'm not talking about a nebulous thing that you're talking about productivity and it is pie in the sky. I'm talking about, as business people, being able to see the application of best practices, the application of useful benchmarking information, falling to the bottom line of a company and making a difference in their productivity and their profitability, and giving them an opportunity to be able to compete effectively in the global marketplace.
National Productivity Awareness Week will run from November 9 to 12. The overall goal is to foster a productivity improvement culture among Jamaicans through public education. The Jamaica Library Service, JLS, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Columbus Communications Jamaica Limited, FLO. The MOU is to provide educational cable service to all JLS branches where FLO's digital cable service is available. This will augment the facilities of public libraries across Jamaica, resulting in increased public access to information. The MOU is in fulfillment of the requirements of FLO's subscriber television license. Director General of the JLS, Patricia Roberts, says the library service is happy for the partnership.
And naturally, as the partnership continues, we will have discussion in terms of expanding the partnership and looking at other areas that we can partner as it relates to their own commitment to education and naturally our mandate and commitment to education and national development.
Director of Marketing at FLO, Sharon Roper, says the company is committed to supporting education and therefore does not view the license requirement as a burden.
And we see this as an important step in our vision to really introduce a first world broadband infrastructure to Jamaica.
Jamaica will join 29 other countries in marking Sunday, November 8 as World Town Planning Day, which was founded in 1949 to advance public and professional interest in planning internationally. It is being observed this year under the theme Building Better Communities. The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, is responsible for preparing development plans and orders for the Town and Country Planning Authority, promoting public awareness on planning and processing planning and environmental applications. The agency has organized several activities to commemorate World Town Planning Day this year. Among other things, a mini poster exhibition will be mounted on the grounds of the Fellowship Tabernacle in Kingston. Those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us. Jamaica Magazine continues.